Winter is fast approaching in Afghanistan and temperatures are falling. Aid agencies say millions of people need urgent assistance.
We are expecting around 3 million children to suffer from acute malnutrition, amongst them 1 million who will be literally fighting for their lives as they need treatment for severe acute malnutrition.
The United Nations says Afghanistan needs billions of dollars to rescue its economy and avert a catastrophe. Members of the G-20 held an emergency virtual meeting Tuesday to discuss the crisis.
It is the first time that leaders have given a multilateral response to the Afghan crisis. A consensus was found for the need for Afghanistan not to be allowed to return to being a kind of refuge for international terrorists.
The European Union pledged $1.2 billion for Afghanistan and its neighbours. The aid will be channeled through international organisations working on the ground. The United States has already pledged $330 million so far this year. President Joe Biden told the G20 meeting that aid money should not be given to the Taliban. Germany's leader said there can be no recognition of the militant group as long as it denies basic rights to women and girls.
I have said this very clearly. The Taliban government is not inclusive. That is why the issue of recognizing the Taliban is not on the agenda. Nevertheless, there must and should be talks, as are now increasingly taking place.
The Taliban said Tuesday the international community should normalize relations.
All options of force and pressure were used, but to no avail. Now we have to use the options of negotiation and understanding.
For ordinary Afghans, life is getting harder. There is a desperate shortage of cash. Many businesses have closed, leading to job losses. Salaries are not being paid. The price of basic goods has increased sharply, the result of years of conflict and severe drought.
It is now a matter of life and death for many of these children who are severely acutely malnourished. So what we hope for within the humanitarian community, within UNICEF, is that the humanitarian aid provided to families, children, and mothers is depoliticized. That we first look at the humanitarian imperative, the urgent needs of these children, firstly, and then try and figure out the larger systems and how they will work.
Taliban and Western government officials are holding talks in Qatar on allowing aid into the country and letting refugees out. Meanwhile, G20 leaders are due to meet again face-to-face in Rome at the end of the month. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, London.